Yeah, so the tech came by. The tech that is assigned to this complex. He came, checked out my unit. He went straight to the breaker, obviously. 'Cause I already told him everything that I was experiencing. Because the annoying thing was it was like parts of my apartment that was powered on and everything's working fine, and all I had to do was reset those different areas in my apartment. It was good, but it was certain places
So some
where
of the
there was no
ones in
power.
your unit still work.
Yeah. Some of them still work, but
Does it
the
mess with
specific
your
ones that need
internet?
to work, yes, the specific one that I needed, it affected the internet because in that particular space there's an ONT box. So for those of you who may have like cable modems and just if you have a router, you should have some kind of ONT box that goes to it. Um, the ONT box, I forgot what it's like optical network. I forgot what I think it's terminal. I think it's optical network terminal. So basically, what it is, it allows for data. That's where the data comes to first before it even hits your router. So it's responsible for receiving whatever data is coming from the satellites and all the fiber optic cable. If you have Verizon, it's fiber. Um, Pulls that and it sends it to your router, which you plug in. Which you have like a Cat 6 cable that plugs from the actual wall plate to your actual router. The ONT box is responsible for sending network traffic and data to your router. So if that ONT box don't work, you ain't getting no internet. That's just so that particular area has no power. So like my ONT box can't even turn on, right?
You can,
But
and
the
there's
but the
no
thing
like,
is,
there's no plug for it that you can plug it somewhere else.
so so that's what I was mentioning. So the thing is, the way that it's set up is all the cables are running through the wall,
Through the
so there
walls, you
is
can't
no
even
way to.
access it.
I can't even access it. Can't even access it. So the only alternative is to obviously rip up the wall, which you're not going to do at an apartment complex, um, or to obviously switch out that particular switch in the breaker, in that breaker panel. So,
When
so
they
that's
gonna
just
do
what
that?
it is. So this is the annoying part about it. So, and this is why I say it's also a first world problem, aside from everything I just described, right? The contractors, they only work Monday through Friday. So it happened. It happened on a Friday. So I had to wait the whole weekend
Of course.
to get a new part because the guy said he didn't have any in stock at the time. So he had to order it, get it on Monday, and on Monday he'll be able to install it. So of course, I'm just kind of like, man, I ain't got no Wi-Fi. I was like, I
First
was like,
world problems. Go read a
I
book,
was like,
nigga. Go take a
I
walk
was like,
outside.
man, I don't know what to do with myself. I was like, I was like, bro, I was like scratching my head. I was like, I don't know what to do with
What do I
myself.
do? Your dog looking at you like this is a good time to go to the
Right.
park. Yup.
So, so it's funny. It's funny when I was thinking about it at the time. I was just kind of like, it. This is how I know that. This is how I knew that I've been maturing in the right way, right? Because the way I responded to it, right? So, because when he told me that, I was like, all right, cool. It's only a couple of days. It's all good. Um, initially, I was like annoyed, right? Because I was like, the convenience of having Wi-Fi is like, sometimes
God
you take.
damn it! So I can throw the whole damn thing away. It's
but
like
but but I was thinking about several things, right? Because the issue,
put
the
the
power
tape.
outage happened like the power outage happened like on a Thursday afternoon, so it kind of like happened like right when I was working. So I was thinking about that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh crap, well now I gotta get up and pack myself and go somewhere else to go whatever, right? So I was thinking about all those things, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna thug it out. I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna go somewhere to work because I could just go to like a spot or whatever and work from there. And as far as the weekend go, I'll take my butt outside or read some books, and that's what I've been doing. That's
Yeah.
literally what I've been doing. Like I've been, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, dang, bro, I need to like I read books, but I was like, dang, I need to probably do this intentionally more. Like really like disconnect myself from like it made me it
I, I
really
have
made
I
me.
have I've set time on my calendar, several
Mm,
times a week just to
mm.
disconnect like that.
Yeah, yeah. I realized, and it's honestly it's something that I've done like here and there. Like it's not as consistent as like you describe it for yourself, right? But like I've done it here and there, and I'm like, okay, this is I should probably do this more often. But it's kind of like you put it to the wayside, like yeah, I'll do that later, or whatever. But like this
Mhm.
weekend forced me to do that, right? So it's kind of like I was like, you know what? I mean, it's not like I don't. I mean, I read regularly. Like, it's not like I don't read, but like to be able to really sit down and really disconnect from all this other stuff and really taking a really nice read, and just you find yourself going through like 2, 3, or 4 books in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just like you're spending your time just and you're just probably having.
And that's when I be drinking. I got my book, I got my scotch, and I'm just sipping. Next thing I know, oh, my scotch is empty, and I've read like a bunch of chapters. I want to keep reading, but in order for me to read, I can't see straight unless I got some lubrication. So I can't read right. My English ain't so good until I get that gin and tonic in me. You know what I'm talking about?
Read a motherfucking book. Read a book. Read a book. Read a motherfucking book. Read a book. Read a book. Read a motherfucking book. Read a book. Read a book. Read a book.
Oh, you like that? You like that, didn't you? Well, for more clips, click here.
Absolutely, and for the full show, click here.
I can't even see your hand.
Oh, crap.